Hi everyone.
Hello, Miss.
Hello, Miss.
How are you today?
I'm
I'm good, thank
great.
you.
How about you?
I am very well, thank you. So, any absent for today?
No,
No.
Miss.
Okay, well, thank you. So, before we start our lesson for today, let us pray together. Pray start. Pray end. So, first of all, allow me to share my screen. Do you see my screen?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
All right. So, students, do you like to hear a story?
Yes, Miss.
Yes.
For
Well, what kind of story do you like to hear?
I like siap selam.
All right, very good. Anyone else?
Cinderella. Snow
And
White, Miss.
all
Yeah.
right, very good. So, do you know about this picture?
Cinderella.
Yes, Miss. Cinderella.
All right, what do you think about this picture?
I think
Wonderful.
that is a good picture.
Okay, excellent. So, listen carefully. I want to show you a bit a story, short story about Cinderella. Listen carefully, and then if you find any difficult words, and you can write down and also take a note. After that, you can ask me later on. Get it?
Yes, Miss.
All yes, right. Miss.
Yes, Miss.
All yes, right. Miss.
All right. Once upon a time, there lived a girl named. Anyone can guess who's the name?
Cinderella.
Cinderella.
All right, exactly. She lived with her mother and two stepsisters. The stepmother and her two daughters didn't like Cinderella. They treat Cinderella very bad. Cinderella usually did the hardest works in the house, such as scrubbing the floor, cleaning the pot, and also a pan, and she did preparing the food for the family and so on. All right. One day, a ball was held by the royal family of the kingdom to find the Prince Puss. Cinderella wanted to go to the ball, but her stepmother asked her to stay at home and do the houseworks. Cinderella cried. Then there was a very good mother standing beside her. Then a very good mother asked Cinderella, "Why you are crying, Cinderella?" The very good mother asked her, "Because I want to go to the ball, but my stepmother insists me to stay at home. Besides, I don't have any beautiful dress," said Cinderella. Then the fairy turned Cinderella's ugly dress became the most beautiful dress and with beautiful slippers. The fairy also turned a pumpkin into a parking coach, and the mist became a six white horses. So finally, Cinderella could go to the ball, but she had to come back before midnight before the spell ended. At the ball, Cinderella amazed everybody there, including the prince. The prince asked her to dance. Cinderella had a wonderful time at the ball, but all of a sudden, she heard the sound of clock, the first stroke of midnight. Remember what the fairy had said. Cinderella ran back to home, but he lost one of her slippers in ballroom. The prince picked up her slipper and would search for the girl whose foot fitted with the slipper. A few days later, the prince proclaimed that he would marry the girl whose feet fitted the slipper. Her stepsister tried on the slipper, but it was too small for them. No matter how hard they squeezed their toes into it. In the end, the king's soldier let Cinderella try on the slipper. They stuck out her foot and the page slipped the slipper on. It fitted perfectly. So, finally, he was driven into the place. The prince was overjoyed to see her again. They were married and lived happily ever after. So, after you heard my story, do you know what material that we will discuss for today?
About narrative text.
All right, very good, Tina. So, the story of Cinderella, it belongs to what kind? What kind of story Cinderella belongs to?
Fairy tale.
Oh, right. Very good, Leah. So, for today's material is narrative text. We are discuss about three material for today. And the first is the definition of narrative text. Second one is generic structures. Then the third one is language features. Okay, based on my explanation previously, what do you get? The definition of narrative text.
I think narrative text is the text that you entertain the reader or the listener. And yeah, I think that's all, Miss. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Okay, do you find any difficult words
So far,
while
not yet,
I
Miss.
explaining the story? Okay, all right. So here we go. Narrative text. The definition of narrative text is what have Leah said before. Narrative text is a story with complication of problematic events, and it tries to find the resolution to solve the problems. Okay, for the generic structure of narrative text is orientation. It's about the opening paragraph where the characters of the story was introduced. And for complication, tells the beginning of the problems. For the resolution is where the problem is solved. For the language feature, they are past tense, effort of time, and time condition. So here the example of generic structure of Cinderella's story. As you can see, this is the orientation of Cinderella's story, and also this is the complication and resolution. So guys, please open your book, page 15, and we're gonna having a big quizzes, and please read the Cinderella story completely, and I'll give you time 2 minutes. So guys, this is the quizzes about Cinderella, about question and answer. If you wanna answer that question, you have to turn on your microphone, and ini quiznya siapa cepat dia dapat ya. Jadi kalian harus gercep gitu ya. Nah, jika kalian menjawab dengan benar, maka kalian akan mendapat 1 bonus points. Ya, itu akan membantu nilai kalian nantinya. Get it?
Yes, Miss.
So, in this video, I'll give you 5 seconds to answer the question. Let's get started. Listen carefully. Siapa yang bisa jawab? Pertanyaan nomor 1.
Saya, Miss.
Alright, Leah, of course. How many times does Cinderella lose?
One time. Once.
Tepat. Okay, because alright, Septia. 1 bonus point. Okay, we are moving to the next question.
Silence. Time for vicious practical jokes. Perhaps we can put it to better use.
Okay, tolong dibaca dengan baik ya. Nah, who can answer this question?
Gas under the teacup.
Okay, siapa itu?
Indah, Miss.
Okay, 1 bonus point untuk Indah ya. Thank you guys, you are so amazing to answer the question. Now, we are having a group discussion, and please make a peers group, then discuss about the generic structure in the story of Siap Selam. Get it?
Yes, Miss.
Yes,
All right.
Miss.
This is the story of Siap Selam, and kalian harus membuat yang mana orientation, yang mana resolution, atau complication-nya. Paham?
Paham, Miss.
Okay, very good. So I'll give you 2 minutes to work it for group. Have you finished?
Yes, Miss.
All right. Who wants to complete this generic structure of Siap Selam?
Can I try, Miss?
Yes, of course, Indah.
The orientation is once upon a time there was a black hen named Siap Selam which had 7 chicks. Dog Lagan was the youngest chick. And about the complication, when is one day the fur of the sick black hen's chicks had grew. Unfortunately, the fur of the youngest chick did not grow yet. In the night, the black hen told her chicks, "You all have to fly away from here one by one, because if you are still here, you will be caught and eaten by men cook." The flight was started from the oldest, and the resolution, finally they had nothing to eat. I think that's all, Miss.
Okay, very good, Indah. So, if we translate this story of Siap Selam into a Balinese, into bahasa Bali. Nah, jadi akan seperti apa jika story ini ditranslate menggunakan bahasa Bali? Ada yang bisa?
Saya, Miss.